What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead and a Whisperers intro theory. It's just a theory right now that I've been thinking about and just want to discuss with you guys to see what your thoughts are on it. But obviously, spoiler warning, is I don't want to ruin anything for you, like who the Whisperers are and what's going to happen here from the comics and how, just spoiler warning in general. But for those who want to know and talk about it and discuss my theory about the Whisperers coming to the show, here we go, guys. So the Whisperers are coming eventually. And yes, here they are. For those who don't know, the Whisperers are a group of people that wear walker skins in the world of The Walking Dead. Now, it's a large group run by Alpha and Beta, but we're not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about the first introduction of the Whisperers. Now, my theory consists of Aaron and Eric. Now, you're like, how could that happen? Well, Eric is a walker right now. The last time we saw him, as of episode 803, he was walking away from the battle, from the war as a walker. Aaron and Eric had their final goodbye. Aaron was told by Eric to go back to the battle and win the battle at the outpost. Eric died, became a walker, and walked away. So Eric is still alive, while reanimated Walker Eric is still alive, as far as we know, as of right now, as of episode 805, and it should be down the road. So I would assume Eric's going to come back around. The walkers will come back around. You know, they're always going to be around. The walkers outnumber people, 5,000 to 1 or whatever, some ridiculous number. But Aaron and Eric are the basis of the theory, because I would just like to see a little different connection with it, because in the comics, the Whisperers just kind of roll up in issue 130 with Kingdom members on a Hilltop Kingdom person, Marco and Ken. But the Eric connection I would love to see, because Eric gets a comic book death when he fights in the war as well, and he dies. But here it's a little different. So they left it open. So Aaron and Eric are connected with this. And the death of Eric has to really affect Aaron going forward. I mean, there's just no way around that, right? So Walker Eric is walking around the woods with a herd of zombies now, because they herd together. And the Whisperers come around and they grab a lot of the walkers to either stay among them, to hide in the shadows of the walkers, or get skins from their bodies. Because the whole thing with the Whisperers is that they kill walkers and use their skins after they clean them or whatever, and put the walker skins over top their own face. And so they blend in. And it's basically a new adaptation or progression of the Walker Goop, Walker Guts trick that we've seen, in various seasons, where you put the blood and guts and organs and tissue over top of your clothes or your body. They use it instead of that. But Aaron is going to be a changed person, and Aaron's probably going to never be over the loss of Eric for a long time, I would assume, until he finds another love interest, if that happens at all. But Eric, as we can see in the center of the picture, it might be hard to look at, but Eric is walking away as Aaron breaks down and he's taken back by Scott. So Eric is still alive. Remember that. And that's a big part of the theory, because Eric still being alive could be used by the Whisperers for some point. We'll talk about that in a second. But Aaron would eventually go out after the time jump. The world is safe. The war is done. Time jump happens. Aaron goes out with Jesus or someone, or Kingdom people or Hilltop people, to go out. But Aaron may see a herd of walkers, and he could possibly see Eric. Walker reanimated Eric. And he can't put him down, or he freezes, or it's crazy. Or the other thing is that the Whisperers use Walker Eric, his face, on a Whisperer person's face. So you have Eric zombie face on a person who can talk, because the whole thing with the Whisperers is that they use the walker skins over their own skin and face, so they can still talk and whisper amongst themselves, but they can still talk and communicate to each other. But they blend in now because they have the zombie smell on there. It doesn't really make sense. It's not really a practical way of it too, because how would you get the skin off like that and preserve it? But either way, it's the Whisperers, and that's what they do. But either way, I see it as Aaron going out and coming across like here. They go out and they encounter a group of walkers. The Kingdom people, or even Jesus, go out. So it'd be cool if it was Jesus and Aaron. They go out and they go on a run, or they do whatever, and they encounter some walkers. They're like, oh, they're just normal walkers. But there's Whisperers inside that group, because you can't really tell which are people or not, because they blend in pretty well. So Aaron and Jesus and whoever go to kill the walkers, and maybe they see reanimated Eric, and Aaron can't do it, or there's a problem with it, or the crazier thing I think would be pretty awesome is that a Whisperer killed Walker Eric and used his face on his own, and it freaks Eren out, and it would be nuts, and that would be the introduction of the Whisperers for the first time. That's the theory. If you guys are on Instagram, give me a follow. Post stuff there all the time. Instagram and Twitter at the PT channel. Facebook, the Walking Dead Community Facebook page and the group. There's 2 things that you can follow if you would like. My book series, books 1, 2, and 3 available now. Book 4 will be out this week. So my 4th book. So it's a 4-book zombie apocalypse series. And if you can, hit that subscribe button. Help us achieve our goal of 100,000 subscribers. Post your comments below and let us know what you think of the theory.